Welcome to the SC Academy live platform of the classes. We started the series of science lecture, and that lectures are from the 7th standard of science. We start with the chapter that name is the heat. We conduct almost the several lectures in this series of the class 7 of the NCERT syllabus or the CBSE syllabus. From that we take the chapter that name is the heat, temperature, thermometer. All the things are covered in this chapter. In yesterday's lecture, we discussed about the activity number 4.9. We discussed about the activity number 4.9. And these candles also, this instrument, this setup also shown in the figure in your textbook, and also we discussed about this figure. According to that, convection is there. According to that, convection is there. Convection. So in a case of a solid or in a case of a liquid, in a solid case, they can carry the heat energy. They can carry the heat energy only the solid subject. Which subject or which object? We're talking about the which object which conduct the electricity. We're talking about the solid object. Then we can say that the solid objects are conduct the heat energy from one part to other part or hot part to cold part. अगर वो solid substance है तो conduction कहना है. अगर substance liquid है, we can call as the convection. Liquid as well as the air also we can say that. अगर air में भी क्या होता है, convection होता है. The particles are heat up. The heat energy are transferred from one particle to another particle. For example, we can take here, listen carefully, for the convection. Here is one beaker is there. It consists of the water. It consists of the water. When we heat that water, अगर इस water को हम क्या कर रहे हैं, heat कर रहे हैं by using the burner. By using the burner, we heat this water. After that, the water molecule present in that water. यहाँ पे जो water molecules present होंगे, ये जो water के molecules, these are the molecules of the. These are the some molecules of the. These are the some of the water molecules. When you talk about the water present in a liquid state, the heat energy are transferred by the method of convection. Water is present in a liquid state. In a liquid state, heat energy are transferred by the process of convection. How the convections work? How the mechanism the convection has? How the energy are transferred? So in a liquid state or in a case of water, the heat energy are transferred from one particle to another particle. एक particle यहाँ से, these are the particles are present near the flame. These particles are present near the flame. They absorb the heat energy. They absorb the heat energy by the flame. By the flame, they absorb the heat energy, and after that, they transfer the heat energy to several particles. These particles getting energy. These particles get energy. After that, these particles are getting energy, heat energy. After that, they are move in upward direction. Move in a upward direction because they got the heat energy. They giving the heat energy. Due to that, they go in a upward direction. At that upward direction, again, these particles are surrounded by the cold water molecules. यहाँ पे hot particles present थे. जैसे ही उन्होंने heat energy absorb कर ली, they go in a upward case. At that place, here the particles of water molecules are present. They are polar in state. So they release their energy, they become colder. वो कैसे हो जाएंगे? Cold हो जाएंगे. After that, these particles also cold. They come downward. They come down. They come again downward. They come again down. After यहां आने के बाद they absorb the heat energy from these particles. यहां से वो पार्टिकल्स हीट एनर्जी अब्सॉर्ब कर लेंगे, फिर से ऊपर चले जाएंगे, फिर से नीचे आएंगे, फिर से ऊपर जाएंगे, फिर से नीचे आएंगे. दिस प्रोसेस और these circles are continuous. These circles is a continuous due to that each and every particles are to be gain the heat energy which are absorbed from the flame. Flame से each and every particles क्या करेगा? Heat energy gain करेगा. Due to that all the water molecules present in that container are heat up due to the absorbing the heat energy from the flame. फ्लेम से जिसने ही उन्होंने हीट एनर्जी अब्सॉर्ब कर ली, ऐसे ऊपर चले. एंड दिस इज अ कंटिन्यूअस फ्लो. दिस इज अ कंटिन्यूअस फ्लो. दिस इज अ कंटिन्यूअस फ्लो till all the water molecules are not heat up, or all the molecules does not gain the heat energy. जब तक पूरे के पूरे मॉलिक्यूल्स हीट एनर्जी एब्सॉर्ब नहीं कर लेते, तब तक ये जो फ्लो होगा, this flow are continuously formed in the container of the water, and this process is called as the convection of the particles. Why they are convection? We call it as the convection because the particles present in water absorb the heat energy from the flame and go upward direction. Till the upward direction, the particles present here, they have the cold. Their temperature should be cold. Due to they release energy here and again become cold and go to the downward side. This is why density also is there. Density also is there. When the heat energy absorbed by the water molecules, their density become low and they go are in an upward direction. After releasing the energy, their density also increases. Due to that, they go in a downward direction. These conventions are in a continuous form till all the molecules of the waters are not gain the heat energy. This process is called as the convection. Another example for that we can take that while case in a air, we say the flame. We're talking about the flame. This is about the flame. This is about the flame. ये हमारे पास क्या है? Flame. This is about the flame. Okay. In case of these flame, the flame produces the heat energy. Which energy? Heat energy. Flame are producing the heat energy. अगर आपने फ्लेम को देखा होगा, फ्लेम अगर हम फ्लेम को ऐसे जलाते हैं तो उसकी जो फ्लेम होती है अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन ऑफ दैट फ्लेम इज इन अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन. When we tilt this side, again the flame is upward direction. We again tilt it, flame in again upward direction. The question is that why the flame of that candle are remain in upward direction? ऐसा क्यों होता है कि जो फ्लेम होती है उसकी जो डायरेक्शन हमेशा के लिए अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन में होती है, ना कि लेफ्ट ना कि राइट, always in upward direction. Why this happen? This is a very important question, and this question also arises in your mind also. How it possible, sir? When we tilt candle like that, we can say that the flame in upward direction. When we candle move such like that, horizontally we keep the candle. After that, the flame also in upward direction, not in this direction. So how this is happen? And what is the reason behind that? The flame of that candle are always in upward direction. The reason is that the convection is there. Convection phenomena is there. Due to that, the flame of the candles are always in upward direction. Always in a upward direction. How the convection work in a flame? This is all about the liquid. We can talk about the liquid. Convection is there. Also, we talk about the air. Convection also is there. How? Listen carefully. When we place a flame or when we hold the flame in our hand, after that, that flame are surrounded. That flame are surrounded with the help of air's molecule or different types gas molecule is there. Air molecules is there. Because when we hold flame such like that, after that we realize that, understand that these flame are surrounded by atmosphere. And in that atmosphere, different types of gases is there, different types of air also is there. Air consists of the small molecules is there. We cannot see that molecules, but molecules is there. After that, according to this, these flame are surrounded by the air molecules. Air particles is there. Air के कुछ particles होंगे यहाँ पे. यहाँ से भी कैसे होंगे air के particles. Air के particles. When the particles are present near to the flame, they get the heat energy from the flame. इस पार्टिकल ने हीट एनर्जी एब्जॉर्ब कर ली. डेंसिटी शुड बी लेस, डेंसिटी उसकी कम होगी. डेंसिटी जैसे ही कम हो जाती है, इट कैन बी गो इन अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन. यहां पे चले जाएंगे अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन. जैसे ही अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन में चले जाते हैं, अगर वो यहां पे चले जाते हैं अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन यहां पे, ओके, द डिस्टेंस इन दैट इज मोर. Due to that, they release some amount of energy and become cool down. After that, these molecules again come. These molecules getting the heat energy from the flame, upward direction they are go, and all the particles are near to the flame. जितने भी particles के present near में होंगे, ये सब heat energy absorb करके कहाँ चले जाएंगे? Upward direction. और दूसरे जो air molecule यहाँ पे present होंगे, यहाँ पे आ जाएंगे. फिर से ये हीट एनर्जी को कंज्यूम कर लेंगे, एब्जॉर्ब कर लेंगे. आफ्टर दैट गो इन अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन. यहां से भी क्या होगा? नीचे डाउनवर्ड की तरफ आ जाएंगे. यहां से भी पार्टिकल्स क्या करेंगे? हीट एनर्जी एब्जॉर्ब कर लेंगे, अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन में चले जाएंगे. फिर से यहां पार्टिकल्स आ जाएंगे, अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन में चले जाएंगे. सो इन बोथ द साइड देयर इज अ कंटिन्यूअस फ्लो ऑफ एयर मॉलिक्यूल्स. दोनों साइड में एयर पार्टिकल्स का कंटिन्यूअस फ्लो बन जाएगा ऐसे, सच लाइक दैट. इस साइड में भी और इस साइड में, both the sides. So both the sides there is a convection or there is a flow of the particles are present in the air. There is a continuous flow of the particles, that particles present in the air. Due to this convection or the flow of the particles, due to that flame cannot be moved to this side also and this side also. दोनों साइड से मूव नहीं करे. जैसे हम कैंडल होल्ड करते हैं तो दोनों साइड से पार्टिकल्स प्रेजेंट होंगे, एंड दीज पार्टिकल्स मेक अ कन्वेक्शन इन बोथ द साइड, सच लाइक दैट. ऐसे कन्वेक्शन बनाएंगे. आफ्टर दैट फ्लेम को इस डायरेक्शन में जाने के लिए चांस नहीं होगा, इस डायरेक्शन में जाने के लिए चांस नहीं होगा. ऑलवेज इन अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन. वी केप्ट आल्सो हॉरिजॉन्टली. ऐसे ही अगर हमने पकड़ा है तभी फ्लेम कैसी रहेगी? इन अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज द कन्वेक्शन. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज द कन्वेक्शन. Due to convection are present in a liquid state as well as in a gaseous state also. Gases में भी क्या होता है? Convection होता है. जो surrounding particles है, that particles absorb the heat energy, move in upward direction because they are lightweight, absorbing the heat energy. They are lightweight and they are moving in upward direction. After that, some particles are again come in a lower side, get the heat energy, again move up. For better understanding, for your better understanding how the convections are work, best example for that, when you talk about the AC and when we talk about the heater, these are the two different things. One is the AC, another one is the heater. AC are to be used in a summer season, heater are used in a winter season. So the position of the AC and the inverter are different, are opposite. When you talk about the AC in our room are fit in upper side. Upper side में, ऊपर के साइड में लगा होता है. Why this happen? Because in that room the air particles are present. They absorb the heat energy from the atmosphere, from the sun. They become a lightweight and they move in an upward direction. Due to that, when the AC throws some air from that, they lose some amount of energy and release in a downward direction. वो कैसे हो जाएंगे? फिर से हेवी वेट हो जाएंगे एंड कम टू द डाउनवर्ड साइड. जैसे ही डाउनवर्ड साइड में आ जाते हैं, फिर उस रूम में जो भी एटमॉस्फेयर प्रेजेंट होगा, जो भी हीट एनर्जी प्रोड्यूस होगी, देन अगेन दैट एयर पार्टिकल्स एब्जॉर्ब द हीट एनर्जी, अगेन मूव इन अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन. ये फ्लो चलता ही रहेगा रूम में. दिस इज द कन्वेक्शन. ये फ्लो चलता ही रहेगा. कब तक? जब तक उस रूम में जितने भी एयर के पार्टिकल्स है वो जब तक कूल डाउन नहीं हो जाते. जैसे ही वो सब के सब पार्टिकल्स कूल डाउन हो जाएंगे, आफ्टर दैट यू रियलाइज दैट at a minimum temperature of the AC, our rooms are very cool down. थोड़े समय के बाद हमारे रूम की कैसी हो जाती है, कम ठंडी हो जाती है. What is the reason behind that? Is the convection is there. कन्वेक्शन से फ्लो हो रहा है, एनर्जी ट्रांसफर हो रही है फ्रॉम वन पार्टिकल टू अनदर पार्टिकल. एक पार्टिकल से दूसरे पार्टिकल्स में एनर्जी ट्रांसफर हो रही है इन द फॉर्म ऑफ हीट एनर्जी आर कॉल्ड एज द कन्वेक्शन. हीटर की वो इसी बात, हीटर आर प्लेस्ड इन अ डाउनवर्ड डायरेक्शन. हीटर कहां होते हैं? डाउनवर्ड डायरेक्शन में होते हैं, बिलो होते हैं एट द रूम, बिकॉज दे इमिट द heat energy from downward and the particles are present in that air in a downward direction, absorb the heat energy, move in upward direction, lose its energy, again come in a downward direction. This flow are continuous till all the rooms are not heat up. जब तक पूरी रूम गर्म नहीं हो जाती तब तक ये फ्लो चलता ही रहेगा. That flow or that mechanisms are called as the convection. उनको हम क्या कहते हैं? Convection कहते हैं. So you best clarify that the convection are can be work on when there is a liquid substances or in a air. अगर एयर की बात करें, लिक्विड की बात करें, इन दोनों केसेस में heat energy can be transferred by the process of convection, because in a liquid and as well as in a gases or in a air the particles are present, that particles absorb the heat energy and give to the another particles are called as the convection process. And conductor or a conduction is the simple process for the solid object, as like a aluminum rod, as like a iron rod, as like a copper rod. They absorb the heat energy from one end and they transfer to the another end. एक एंड से दूसरी एंड में क्या कर रहे हैं? एनर्जी को ट्रांसफर कर रहे हैं. इन अ केस ऑफ कंडक्टर और कंडक्शन. सो you have to better understand about the conductor or a conduction and the convection. Okay, okay, okay. Let's read figure 4.10. Notice that towards the top the air get heated by the convection. Yes, we talk about that. Upper part is heated by the convection, therefore the hand above the flame feels hot. जैसे हम किसी फ्लेम के पास, यहाँ पे फ्लेम है, ऐसे हाथ लगाया है, थोड़ा दूर है ऐसे, तभी भी हमारा हाथ हम कैसे फील करेंगे? हैंड को लाइक अ हॉट. हमारा हाथ जो है थोड़ा सा गर्म हो जाएगा. क्यों हो जाएगा? ड्यू टू प्रेजेंस ऑफ द कन्वेक्शन, बिकॉज हियर द सम पार्टिकल्स आर प्रेजेंट, दैट पार्टिकल्स आर release some amount of energy or they get or they absorb the heat energy from the flame. इस फ्लेम से वो एनर्जी को absorb कर रहे एंड ट्रांसफर कर रहे अनदर पार्टिकल्स को. तो उसके सराउंडिंग का जो भी एटमॉस्फेयर होगा वो कैसा होगा? हीट अप होगा, गर्म हो जाएगा. वी फील इन आवर हैंड इज अ hot. On the side, however, there is no convection and here does not feel as hot as at the top. इसके ऊपर के टॉप के लेयर पे हमें हॉटनेस नहीं दिखाई देगा, बिकॉज द पार्टिकल्स आर मूव फ्रॉम द अपर साइड. देयर इज नो प्रेजेंस ऑफ द हीट एनर्जी और द पार्टिकल्स कैन नॉट ट्रांसफर द हीट एनर्जी एट दैट लिमिट. सो वी कैन से दैट अबव द फ्लेम वी आज लाइक टू फील कोल्ड. वहां पे हमें ठंडा लगेगा थोड़ा सा. ओके, notice that the towards the top the air gets heated by convection, therefore the hand above the flame feels hot. On the side, however, there is no convection and here is the top. Also read that again, this page is there. Okay, so this is whole about the convection and the conduction. Convection. Another one more is there. Another one more concept is there, that heat can be transferred by the radiation also. Radiation से भी क्या हो सकती है? Heat can be transferred. As like best example for that is the sun. Sun से जो हमारे पास heat आ रही है, heat energy are released from the sun, are transferred by the process of radiation. In the radiation we don't require the medium. हमें मीडियम की क्या नहीं होती है? रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं होती. वी डोंट गेट द मीडियम व्हेन द हीट एनर्जी आर ट्रांसफर. दैट प्रोसेस इज कॉल्ड एज द रेडिएशन. उसको हम क्या कहते हैं? रेडिएशन. एग्जांपल है सन. एग्जांपल इज द सन से जो हीट एनर्जी हमें मिल रही है, that heat energy doesn't require any medium because sun are present in our solar system. In a solar system there is a vacuum, there is a vacuum, there is no atmosphere, there is no particles of the air. एयर के कोई पार्टिकल्स वहां पे प्रेजेंट नहीं है. इंस्टेड ऑफ दैट द हीट एनर्जी आर कम ऑन द अर्थ बाय द प्रोसेस ऑफ रेडिएशन. So in this class we will discuss about the conduction, convection and also the radiation. Conduction are for solid, convection for liquid and air also, and last one is the radiations are heat energy are transfer without a medium. So these three concepts are very important: conduction, convection and radiation. Due to that we can transfer the heat energy. एक जगह से दूसरी जगह हम हीट को क्या कर सकते हैं, ट्रांसफर कर सकते हैं. दिस इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट फिनोमिना. होप यू अंडरस्टैंड conduction, convection and radiation. If any doubt you can ask in a comment box today's lecture. Okay, thanks.